Alrighty, folks, it's been a minute since I've done a collection update. I got a little carried away with buying new releases, especially over the last 6 months, and my collection update is just getting bigger and bigger. So I got to chip away at it, strike while the iron's hot. Normally, I like to keep these just like 6 releases, just to speed the video up. So I'm not going to try and drag this one out because this one is going to be a little bit longer than 6 releases. And first up, we got Rocker Bust by AC/DC. I've been picking up all these later day AC/DC ones when I come across them, and I can use the flat rate shipping. It's AC/DC. You know what you're getting. You're not going to be disappointed. You're not going to be blown away. Just good, classic AC/DC. I won't go through the whole booklet. I don't know what I'm thinking. And next up, let me take this off the sleeve here. Oh yeah, forgot that sticker's attached to there. Gregg Allman, Southern Blood. This is another flat rate shipping purchase. I hadn't heard of this one. I love Gregg Allman. Love his voice. Love his Hammond playing. The legend. And I saw this one. I figured it was a latter day one since I had never heard of it before, and I was correct. I mean, it's good. It's just pretty mellow. My Only True Friend is probably the best track on there, the kickoff track. If you want to check it out and see what it sounds like. And then we have Alice Cooper Original Album Series. Now this has the first 5 albums on there. Now, I got The Revenge of Alice Cooper this year, and I didn't realize, well, I realized after listening to it that the bonus tracks were re-recordings of tracks found on, one of them was Pretty's For You. It was, I forget what it's called on this one. See if I can read it. Probably not. Titanic Overture on here, on Revenge of Alice Cooper. It's called Titanic Over Underture. I'll show the back on that one. And then the other one was, easy to read on this one. Return of the Spiders 2025, which Return of the Spiders is on this one. Easy Action. If I didn't say this was Pretty's For You. So I went looking for copies of these to add to the collection. Of course I have all these. Love it to death. Had all these already. Killer. And I found a fairly easy, nice priced copy of Easy Action. And then I went looking for Pretty's For You, and I could not find a nice priced copy of Pretty's For You. In fact, I think all the copies I was coming across were like $30. And then I came across this set, and this entire set was 18 bucks. So I'm like, well, now I don't have to buy Easy Action. And I get all 5 of these for half the price of what I was finding the Pretty's For You CD at. Not my favorite packaging, but. And then we got Deep Purple Machine Head. Of course, I have this on vinyl and CD, but I did not know about this one, or if I did, I forgot about it. Gregg the Egg from Blackmore Rules was listening to this one. I get this is the 25th anniversary edition, so it's been out a while. And then you have the Roger Glover remixes on here, and then you have the remasters. So this is just the album remastered. It's all fine and dandy, even though I think my other CD was that too. But the Roger Glover remixes add on all kinds of bits and pieces to each song. Some of them I think are like a minute and a half extra. Some of them maybe only 30 seconds extra. But, I mean, being a Deep Purple fan and loving this album, loving Ritchie Blackmore and John Lord, I was like, man, I gotta have that. Even though I think the total extra time on the album is, I mean, if it's 5 minutes, that's saying something. But I had to have it. And it's worth it. I love those little odds and ends at the beginning and ending of each song. They're cool. Makes you feel like you were there in the booth when they were recording it. We got Grand Funk Railroad, Caught in the Act. Love Grand Funk Railroad. And this is, of course, I believe it's their second live album. It has all of the latter day classics on it that you don't get on the first live album. We're an American Band. Closer to Home, you know, all that stuff. Then I got Janis Joplin in concert. I don't know why I never had this thing. Everybody knows Janis shines live. Now a couple of these tracks on here are found on her greatest hits, but I needed the full concert experience. Now this is another latter day release from a classic rock guy, Tom Petty, Highway Companion. I shied away from this one because I didn't hear that great of things about it. If you're a Tom Petty fan, don't listen to people who said that. It's a great album. It sounds like a latter day Tom Petty. Sounds exactly like the stuff that they were putting out. I don't even know if I ever opened this booklet. I haven't, I can tell you that, because I don't remember it looking like that. So we can thumb through it together. That didn't do that justice. There we go. Pretty cool little booklet here. Yeah, it's a really solid album. Like I said, it does. I mean, does it sound like Damn Torpedoes? No. Does it sound like latter day Tom Petty? Latter day Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers? Yeah. So if you're a Tom Petty fan and you were staying away from it because you had heard the reviews too, let me assuage your fears and tell you that it is definitely worth picking up. And we got a couple Stones picks here. Stones got Live if you want it. Another one, I don't know why I've never had. I have probably every other live Stone stuff, except once they started getting into, I should say, up to the early 80s. Then I have a couple other ones, but I don't have all of those. They started putting out live albums every time. I was going to say something I shouldn't have said. All right, so the Rolling Stones got Live if you want it. Great track listing on this one. Brian Jones still in the band. I'm pretty sure this is their first live album. Yeah, Under My Thumb, Get Off My Cloud, Lady Jane, Not Fade Away, Last Time, 1930s Breakdown, Time Is On My Side, Have You Seen Your Mother Baby Stand in the Shadows, I Can't Get No Satisfaction. Great recording. Band's on fire. And another one. This tape's still stuck on there. Rolling Stones, or Satanic Majesties Request. I had to get this one because I decided to put my vinyl up for sale. Because I have the lenticular cover. I don't think it's the 69, but it's early 70s. And it's going for a good price, so I figured out I didn't put that one up for sale, and of course I had to replace it. Styx, Paradise Theater. Styx is just one of those bands that, you know, you always heard on the radio, so you never needed to buy their stuff. And then, since I don't listen to the radio anymore, I have to buy their stuff now. So I just pick up stuff here and there along the way. I think this may have been a flat rate shipping deal too, which usually most of them are. This is about the last album that you can call classic Styx period. You can start to see the Mr. Roboto leanings creeping in on this one. And then last but not least, we have, this was definitely a flat rate shipping buy. And I can tell you that this is actually not that bad. I was pleasantly surprised. Golly, did you hear that? The CD came falling out of the case, and I tried to grab it, and then I snapped the lid, and the piece of the lid went flying across there, flying across the room. Oh, that's why, because whoever put this case together, this is not the bottom that goes with this thing, and I did not remember that. Could have put somebody's eye out. So yeah, pleasantly surprised with this one. I mean, I know my head's in Mississippi, but a lot of good concrete and steel. I mean, it's all pretty good stuff. Definitely better than the stuff. Now, I don't know if I've ever heard the album all the way through, but of the multiple tracks that I've heard off of Afterburner. I'm sorry, Recycler. No, this is Recycler. Afterburner. Yeah. All those tracks off of Afterburner. This one's definitely better than all of those. Pleasantly surprised with that one. Alrighty, folks. Hopefully it won't be that long before I do another collection update. You guys have a good one.